Hello everybody, I'm John. This is JP Strategic Investments, and today we are going to talk about Crowdstrike's earnings report that we just got today. So first of all, just want to dive into the general numbers, how they compare to analyst expectations, and then go a little deeper into the report, talk about some guidance, talk about some things that I saw, and what I think all of this means for the stock going forward. So first of all, Revenue for the fourth quarter was about $431 million compared to analyst expectations on revenue of about $410 million. So beating those expectations by about 5%. Pretty good beat there. And as we can see, analysts were expecting for earnings about 20 cents per share for the current quarter right here. That actually came in at 30 cents per share. So a 50% beat on EPS there, really just crushing expectations for EPS. And it actually gets even better with the guidance. If you guys have been following the channel, listening to what I have been saying about Crowdstrike stock, I was saying that analysts, I think, are really underestimating the growth going forward with Crowdstrike stock, especially in the next year. A lot of analysts have been downgrading the stock over the past several months, citing increased competition and talking about how they think their revenue and EPS growth is really going to slow down going forward. And so one of the things that I was really looking forward to seeing was their guidance for the next quarter and actually for the full year, which luckily they did give. A lot of companies have been kind of reluctant to give that with a lot of the uncertainty that we're seeing around here. But CrowdStrike did give full year guidance. Let me just kind of scroll over here. So full year, or let's actually just look at the next quarter first of all. Next quarter, they're guiding between $458 and $465 million for revenue. If we look at analyst expectations for the next quarter, expectations are about $440 million. So definitely guiding above those analyst expectations for the next quarter for revenue. You can see here also for earnings that analysts are expecting a decrease in EPS. Seasonally, CrowdStrike does have a slight decrease in EPS going into Q1. But if we look at their guidance going for Q1, EPS is 22 to 24 cents in the first quarter. And the same thing is happening if we look at the full year guidance. Full year guidance for fiscal 2023 is about 2.13 to 2.16 billion. We look at guidance for revenue for the next year, about 2 billion there. So coming in slightly above guidance there, but actually the bigger thing here is that the analysts are only expecting about 91 cents in EPS for the next year, and CrowdStrike is guiding well above that at between $1.03 and $1.13. So the midpoint of that guidance is close to about 20% higher than what analysts are expecting. So even at the midpoint of that guidance, they're guiding about 20% or so higher than what analysts are expecting. And really, it's actually better than that because CrowdStrike is known for being very, very conservative with their guidance. And just to show you what I mean by that, if we take a look at what their guidance was for the fiscal year of 2022, so the fiscal year that just ended, when they initially gave guidance for that year, they guided about 27 to 30 cents as far as EPS. And if we look at what they actually did for the quarter, if we go back up here and we look at what they actually reported for the fiscal year, EPS came in at 67 cents. Okay, so they did over double what they expected. And if we look at just the historical earnings versus expectations, you can see that they've beat significantly on every single one. So really what we're probably looking at is at least 30 or 40% higher on the EPS line than what analysts are expecting for the coming year. That is really, really great news for the company and the stock going forward. And as you can see from the move after hours, these big investors, these analysts, they're realizing now that they might have been wrong about CrowdStrike stock. You can see it's up over 12% after hours at the point that I'm recording this video. We'll see what happens tomorrow with the stock, but it looks like it's going to be a big move to the upside. So definitely excited about these earnings, definitely excited about the future for CrowdStrike stock. I probably personally won't be adding to my position just because my position is kind of where I want it to be at this point. But this is definitely adding to my confidence holding CrowdStrike going forward. One of the things that I was kind of hoping for but didn't really get is really how the Russian invasion of Ukraine is kind of affecting, or how they see it affecting, their earnings and their revenue going forward. But either way, the guidance was really good, so I am excited for the stock going forward. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of these earnings, where you think CrowdStrike might go over the next 1 to 3 years, and other than that, I will see you guys next time and have a great day.